Are hardwired security cameras better than wireless? Yes. Is it worth the hassle to install it yourself? Let's find out. Hey, this is Pete, the new DIY smart home guy, helping you stay one step ahead of the bad guys. Today, we're installing a brand new hardwired security camera system in my home. Wireless security cameras definitely have the edge in terms of ease of installation. But wired systems are much more secure because they are on a self-contained network. They are more reliable because they are not sharing Wi-Fi bandwidth with your son's Fortnite obsession. This also allows wired systems to have a higher resolution, like the 4K cameras I'm using today. They record 24/7, even when your internet is down, and you never have to worry about falling off a ladder to change SD cards or batteries in the camera. Just set it and forget it. Also, wired systems do not require a subscription, so you can save a lot of money in the long run, as long as you're willing to install it yourself, which is what we're doing today. The people at ONWOTE were kind enough to send us this 4K PoE NVR camera system for us to try out in this video today. So thank you to them for helping support this channel. Now, while they were generous enough to send us this camera system, all opinions are still my own. And I'm gonna prove it right now. ONWOTE is a stupid name, all right? Why you gotta be all caps, ONWOTE? Stop yelling at me, ONWOTE! Okay, so let's check this system out, set it up, get it installed, and I'll show you my thoughts along the way. We're gonna start with the unboxing. Okay, we're unboxed. Your 4K ONWOTE system includes a 2 terabyte, 8-channel NVR, so you can add 4 additional cameras as well. It comes with 4 4K cameras, 4 60-foot Cat5 cables for your cameras, a mouse, a power supply, or installation hardware, and these little waterproof doodads for connecting your wires. The system does not include a monitor or HDMI cable. You will need those if you want to, see what the cameras are showing. My first impression of the cameras are, they're a little bit on the big side, but they're very robust and they have great articulation. You can point them pretty much any direction you want. So we're gonna go test these right now in my office, make sure they're working before we start drilling holes in the house. The cameras work. Awesome. Now note that to view the cameras from the NVR, you need a dedicated monitor. Unless, of course, you have something like this. This is my Asus ProArt display monitor, and that's in my office. It has multiple inputs, so I can use it for both my computer and as an NVR monitor, just flipping between them as necessary. It's pretty slick, and that's why I'll be running all of the wires from my cameras into my office. I'm going to start by installing one camera at the corner of my garage right here, so we have something to test with. If all goes well, I will put a camera by the front door to replace my stupid Ring subscription, one in the back of the house, and one inside the garage. So let's get to it. Installing the actual camera to the garage was quite easy. I just screwed the base plate directly to the soffit, then drilled a hole for the wire. Now came, for lack of a better word, the fun part, running the wire. First I ran this fish line into the hole as far as I could. Then we headed into the attic to find it. If you've never been in an attic on a 90-degree day, don't. Once you're in there, it's kind of like an adult game of the floor is lava, where you need to be very careful to only step on the joists. If you step on the drywall, you're going to fall right through. Now once we found the fish line, we taped the Cat5 cable to it, then we went back out and pulled it through. Then just connect it to the camera, shove it back in the hole, and twist on the camera. Super easy, and it didn't even require one trip to Home Depot. Now we head back up into the attic and we got to run that line from the hole all the way over to the other hole we drilled in the ceiling over by the office wall. Because the top floor of my house sticks out a little bit into the garage, I couldn't run it all the way to the office wall. So next we drilled a hole through the garage into the office. I did some measuring and had a pretty good guess as to where it was going to come out, but you're never quite sure until you do it. So now we can hook the camera back up to the NVR and put it through its paces. Like we mentioned earlier, this ONWOTE NVR allows you to view the cameras and recordings directly on a monitor that's connected to the NVR. Now this is the safest, most secure way to view your cameras, as it is a completely self-contained system within your home. However, with an ONWOTE account, you can gain cloud access to your NVR using their Guard Viewer app on your Mac or PC, the Guard Viewer mobile app, or using the plugin on your web browser. There is no subscription fee to use the ONWOTE cloud services, which I really appreciate. The direct connection does have the most user-friendly interface, but the convenience of the mobile app cannot be denied. Using the Mac app allowed me to download recordings from the NVR onto my computer, which was helpful in making this video. I also like the convenience of being able to view the cameras from my computer. ONWOTE assured me their cloud servers are based in the United States, but if you're not comfortable sending your security cam footage through a cloud, definitely stick to watching your NVR directly on a monitor. So now that we have some footage from the camera, we can check out some of the features of the ONWOTE system. You can view all of your cameras at once, or select the ones you want. Here's how the camera looks during the day, and here it is at night. Obviously, the 4K video quality is not up to par with the fancy pants camera I use to make my videos, but for a security camera, it looks pretty good. Nighttime imagery is not as good, but I temporarily set up a camera next to my Ring video doorbell to compare the nighttime quality, and I'd say the ONWOTE system is just as good, if not even a little bit better, because the color kicks in when motion is detected. The cameras include an infrared light and an LED light, so you can choose to trigger via motion or not. It can definitely help spook the bad guys away. This system also has car detection and human detection. Whenever it detects one of these, it creates an event which you can see in the timeline, and you can also use it to trigger a buzzer or email notification. You can set detection zones in the settings for each camera. When you play back your video, the events make it easy to find clips that might be interesting. You can start, stop, set playback speed, reverse, all that. You can also zoom into any part of the clip you want. But unlike the movies, when you say enhance, it doesn't actually enhance the video. Go figure. Another nice feature is that the cameras have little microphones to pick up audio. Again, not studio quality, but it's good enough to understand what people are saying.
Get that out of here! Yeah!
So overall, I think this is a pretty nice security camera system, and I don't think you'll find a better hardwired system for the price. It's regularly $400, but I believe they have a coupon running right now if you watch this when it comes out, so click on the affiliate link below to check that out. So I really don't have a whole lot of negatives to say about this camera security system. I mean, I really like all the features it has. The viewer app for the Mac was a little bit clunky, so I prefer to use it when it's connected directly to a monitor. The biggest downside is that you cannot connect this system to your home automation systems. It would be nice to be able to trigger the exterior lights or, send the video feed to my dashboard, but if that's not an issue for you, this is a great little system. So now that we have a system we like, the big question is it worth the effort to install a hardwired camera system? If you have a Rambler or a house with easy access to the attic, absolutely. You just run each camera wire into the roof and then run those wires directly through the attic into the room with your NVR. Drop it down through the wall and you're all set. But if you have a house like mine, not so simple. Yes, for the garage cameras, I was able to run it through the attic into my office. And I'm lucky that my office is right next to the front door, so I can run that camera directly through the wall. But for the back door camera, I don't have an attic here, so to wire a camera up to my back door, I would have to either run it up and over the roof, or all the way around the house to the garage, or up 2 stories to that attic right there, then to the roof attic, and then into the garage, and then into my office. All of those solutions require a lot of work and a lot of ladders. And my wife certainly didn't like my idea of running it straight through the kitchen. And I guess I've come to the conclusion that the odds of me killing myself by falling off the roof while trying to run the wires for this thing, well, they're a lot greater than the odds of a bad guy sneaking into my house that I don't catch with the security system and murdering me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the security camera system. I'm going to use the camera to monitor my driveway, the front door, and the inside of my garage. Now, as a bonus, I can use that garage cam to analyze my golf swing, so that's a plus. But I'm not going to be wiring up a security camera to monitor the back door. Now, if I decide I need one, it's going to be wireless, just for my own safety. Now, fortunately, I live in a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't have a lot of enemies, I don't think, so I'm not really too worried about it. However, if you live in a more crime-riddled neighborhood, or if you run some sort of, criminal enterprise, it's really definitely worth the hassle of running a wired security camera system to all reaches of your property. So thank you to ONWOTE for sending me the security camera system so I can make this video. And don't forget, if you want one of these, there is a link, an affiliate link in the description below, so check that out.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.